Ministry, Mrs. Hamsonde, Director for Gender and Social Affairs of COMESA, Mrs. Nagweta, Legal Officer of COMESA, Mr. Kabatwile, Public Relations Officer, representatives from ministries, all protocol observers, officers of our ministry, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. I welcome you to this signing ceremony for the social charter of the COMESA. Allow me first of all to thank the representatives of the COMESA and Mrs. As you know, the Honourable Minister has been granted full powers by the Right Honourable Prime Minister to sign the COMESA social charter, which is a very important document, and the objectives of such document is to boost economic, social and cultural development whilst adopting a human rights-based approach where women have their rights to participate in all spheres of developmental processes. So, without any further delay, I now have the pleasure to invite Mrs. Hamsonde to address you.
Minister, Mrs. Perut, Minister of Gender, Equality, Child Development and Family Welfare, Madam Permanent Secretary, Acting Director for Gender, Your Excellencies, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I feel very honored and privileged to take the floor on the occasion of this very important ceremony of the signing of the COMESA Social Charter. I bring with me greetings and message of goodwill from the COMESA Secretary General, Mr. Sindiso Mbwenye. On behalf of COMESA Secretary General, and indeed on my own behalf, I would like first of all to thank the government and the people of Mauritius for the warm reception accorded to the delegation to this beautiful island. I would like also to thank my colleagues of the COMESA Secretariat, especially the staff in the Division of Gender and Social Affairs, Division of Legal and Institutional Affairs and Public Relations, for making it possible for this task to be performed today. I also would like to express my gratitude to all the COMESA member states and the COMESA authorities for having endorsed the COMESA Social Charter, which is being signed today. COMESA Secretariat wishes to congratulate Mauritius for taking the lead by being the first COMESA member state to sign the charter. We encourage all the other 18 COMESA member states to emulate Mauritius and sign the charter so that it can be implemented. Ladies and gentlemen, COMESA regional integration agenda cannot be achieved without the full observation of human rights by all member states through the achievement of inclusive social rights and policies at national level. The COMESA Social Charter was endorsed by the COMESA Council of Ministers during the 17th COMESA Summit of Heads of States and Government held in the Democratic Republic of Congo in February 2014. The Charter has been developed under the authority of Article 143 of the COMESA Treaty, which provides for the adoption of the Charter by the COMESA Council of Ministers. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the rights that COMESA member states are bound to protect and promote under the Social Charter are full social rights, and their common rationale is that human rights must be the right. Human beings must have the right to enjoy decent living conditions as members of the social organized environment in which they live. The underlying values of the Charter include human dignity, solidarity and non-discrimination. These imply that as part of the community, all persons should be guaranteed the minimum need values for the enjoyment of their life, including, among others, social protection, equal treatment for men and women, health protection, education, training and skills development, safety at the workplace, and other social and cultural protections. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the COMESA Social Charter provides measures for the protection of human and people's rights and the promotion of social development as a whole. The Charter is specifically intended to promote closer cooperation among COMESA member states in the social and cultural fields. It is further intended to promote good practices that will foster closer cooperation among COMESA member states in the cultural and social fields, whilst at the same time recognizing the sovereignty of member states in line with their national constitutions as well as national legislation. The Social Charter is a guiding document setting out good practices for member states to implement their social, cultural and economic policies. The content of the Charter is multi-sectoral, and it will require multi-sectoral response by all stakeholders. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in order to give binding force to the Charter, there is need for member states to sign and ratify the legal instrument. This means that the Charter cannot be implemented without the signature and ratification by the COMESA member states. Member states shall provide their signature to the legal instrument through the heads of states and government or designated authorities signing on behalf of the heads of states and government. Ratification is done according to national regulation of each member state. The instrument of ratification shall be deposited to the office of the COMESA Secretary General by the member state. The Charter shall come into force 30 days after the deposit with the Secretary General of the instruments of ratification by at least 11 COMESA member states. Our hope is that this step taken by the government of the Republic of Mauritius to sign the Charter will encourage other COMESA member states to sign and ratify the legal instrument to enable its implementation and to become an effective mechanism for the protection of social rights in all COMESA member states. Ladies and gentlemen, you may wish to note that promotion of fundamental rights must become the most important element of the implementation strategy for the COMESA Charter. Fundamental social rights are indivisible from civil and political rights, and all member states must ensure equality, in particular between men and women, and specifically address all vulnerable groups. It is by supporting the principles set by this Charter that we will be able to defend the rights of our region, the most in need, and protect our citizens from the risk of unfairness. And this will contribute to the full achievement of COMESA regional integration agenda. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like once again to reiterate my sincere thanks to the government of the Republic of Mauritius and also congratulate the country for being the first member state to sign the Social Charter. Thank you for your attention.
I am honored to welcome you all to the signature ceremony of the COMESA Social Charter. We are pleased to have among us delegates from the COMESA Secretariat. I hope that you have had a nice trip to Mauritius. On behalf of the government of the Republic of Mauritius, I seize this opportunity to thank you for being here with us for this event, which we have long time waited for. Although the former government gave its approval for the signature of the Charter, we could not proceed with it because of the general elections last year. But on the 17th April 2015, I was pleased to be given authorization to sign the COMESA Social Charter on behalf of the new government of the Republic of Mauritius. Allow me to give you a brief overview of the COMESA Social Charter, which was developed by the COMESA Secretariat. The aim of the Charter is to accelerate economic growth, social progress, and cultural development in the region as well as to strengthen policies which improve, broaden, and ensure the participation of women as equal partners to men in all spheres of political, economic, social, and cultural life. The COMESA Social Charter is in line with the COMESA Treaty, Article 143, Paragraph 2, which stipulates that, I quote, "The Council shall adopt a social charter, programs, and regulations, as the case may be, on better implementation of cooperation in social and cultural affairs," end quote. It therefore calls upon Member States to put in place measures to ensure the promotion of close cooperation amongst them in the social and cultural fields. The strategic pillars of the Charter cover the following areas: employment and working conditions, labor law, social protection, human resource development and youth mobilization, well-being of the child, freedom of association, community development, education, training and skills development, health care, sustainable development and protection of the environment, cultural and sporting issues, sustainable development and elimination of harmful social and cultural practices. After a series of consultations, which started in 2009 and were carried out in a number of African states, the COMESA Social Charter was adopted in February 2014 at the 32nd meeting of the Council of Ministers held in Democratic Republic of Congo. We have invited representatives from various ministries today, given that the pillars of the COMESA Social Charter cover the following main areas: education, health, peace and security, environment, culture, economic opportunities, social justice, and human rights. As gender is a wide-ranging area which cuts across ministries and government departments, it is important that all of you take cognizance of the Charter and its recommended actions to enable you to implement the provisions mentioned therein and submit relevant reports and inputs when we will need to report upon the COMESA Secretariat. Of course, my ministry, as the national gender machinery, has the responsibility to ensure that all ministries adopt a gender perspective whilst formulating their policies and programs. I am convinced that after signing the Charter, we will be in a better position to work together more closely in achieving the common goals of the COMESA. More specifically, we hope it will help us in ensuring the participation of women in all spheres of development. I would like at this point in time to request the Gender Division to consider funding the mission of 1 to 2 experts this year to Mauritius in order to facilitate a capacity building program on the Social Charter, which should include a better understanding of its provisions and how to best implement them. My ministry will support this initiative and will provide all the requisite logistical arrangements for the training. On this note, I thank you for your attention.